What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Wrestlemania Heritage, and this is the Undertaker, including a hat and jacket. And as you can see, he has a soft goods jacket, which I am so happy about. I was kind of getting tired of the jackets of solid plastic that couldn't do anything with. But anyway, here we have the Undertaker, and I'm really glad I found him. On the side, we have a nice rendering of The Undertaker from his WrestleMania 31 attire. You can tell because his hair is slicked back, and I don't want to say it's long, but yeah, it's kind of feathered in the back. On the back, we have a little read-up, not an actual read-up, just from the WrestleMania this attire is from, which is from last year's WrestleMania. Undertaker, his height and weight, his signature moves, the tombstone. He's from Death Valley, and of course this is a WrestleMania 31 attire, career highlights, and an untouchable achievement, 21 match undefeated streak at WrestleMania. Really nice feat, and what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get this guy out of the packaging, and then we'll go on to the rest of the review, so sit tight everyone. And so here we have the Undertaker posing out of the packaging. Now before we get on to the figure, let's actually do a quick 360 of them. Normally I show off the accessories that they come with, but for this figure we are going to do a 360 first. Gonna say I'm really happy that I found this Undertaker. I was about to say Brock Lesnar. But I'm glad I found this Undertaker. It's a figure I've actually been wanting since I saw, his attire at WrestleMania. But this is his WrestleMania 31 attire when he faced Bray Wyatt. And I really do like this attire. The only thing I don't like about it, believe it or not, is a hat. If you're wondering why, the hat does not want to stay on his head. You can see it's not molded properly to this Undertaker head, so it just moves around a lot. So be aware that his head is actually smaller than the mold for this hat, so it does have a tendency to fall off or move position. Like, if you move them around too much, you can see it doesn't take much to move the hat around. So be aware of that about this Undertaker figure. The hat is just molded in this black plastic, and it's the same hat we've seen on numerous Undertakers. And then he also does come with this soft goods coat, which I am really, really happy about. Because all the other Undertakers with the coat have been really stiff rubber, but I do like that the fact they went with a soft goods jacket. It is a faux leather, it's not real leather, so be aware that it's not really leather, but it does give that leather texture off, which is really nice and really reminiscent of Undertaker. So he does come with the jacket and the hat, and that's all he comes with, unfortunately. So let's actually stand the dead man up so we can go on to some of his details. Whoop. And before we actually go on to some details, there is something I would like to point out, and it's just a really quick comparison, so let's move Undertaker to the side really fast. And here we have Undertaker posed next to the Elite 18 released Undertaker. If you can't notice, they are virtually the exact, actually they are the exact same sculpts minus this elbow pad, which didn't come with this Undertaker. I just threw it on him. But as you can see, they're the exact same figure, but despite that, there are some slight differences. If you notice on this Undertaker, he has a tattoo right here on his neck. This one does not. Something else to point out is that this Undertaker's tattoos seem to be darker than this Undertaker. And I'm not sure if you can see this on camera, but I can see it in person, that his flesh color looks more like the plastic, where his is a little dulled out. Might be because this is an older figure, the paint might be fading, but I seem to recall that was an issue that I had with this Undertaker, is that the plastic, or the paint, didn't match the plastic. But other than that, they're the same figure in terms of molding. You can see this one does have the Dead Man ink on it. And let's actually get a look at the faces, because the faces are the same. I've looked over it several times. I've compared them for about 10 minutes each. And they are the exact same molding. The only difference is the paint. The paint is obviously different. You can see his is a lighter brown. His is a much darker brown, and something that isn't right is that his goatee was more of a lighter shade. Like, his goatee was this color. It wasn't as dark as this figure made it out to be. And his hair was black. It wasn't dark brown. Kind of wish Mattel had actually painted it black, but, you know, it is what it is. It's still a really nice figure, as well as this one has eyeliner going around his eyes, where this one lacks that paint detail. Still love this figure, still one of my favorite Undertaker figures, but I really do enjoy this one. And let's see if the camera won't focus on him, so we can go on to his tattoos, because Undertaker just has some really gnarly tattoos. And I mean gnarly in a good way. Just overall loving his tattoos. One thing that's a little inaccurate about this Undertaker is that he is missing an elbow pad. I said it's not a huge problem, but Undertaker did wear an elbow pad on his left arm during his match with Bray Wyatt. Kind of wish he had it, but at the same time, it's not a make or break deal with the figure. But anyway, let's go on to his articulation, because he has the standard elite articulation. If you're not sure what that is, he has a ball jointed head, that it can look up, down, left and right. He also does have a head bobble, so you can get a full range of movement with his head. Arms on a ball joint go out. They do a full 360. He spins at the bicep, single jointed in the elbow, spin and bend in the wrist. Let's get that arm down. He has an ab crunch, which is stiff on mine. He goes forward quite a bit, but not so much backwards. So his backward articulation is fairly limited. He has a waist joint. Legs go forward, back, and out. He spins at the thigh, double jointed in the knee, and then he has a ball jointed ankle, so you can get a full motion here, which it really is hindered going up and down, and it's the same for both legs. But you do get some really nice side-to-side play with his foot, and that's really cool, and it also does spin. So really nice figure overall. Really glad I picked this guy up. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get Undertaker pose up, and we'll move on to my final thoughts. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have Undertaker pose for my final thoughts. Overall, I just really love this figure, and I'm a huge Undertaker fan, so when I heard that this figure was announced, I knew I had to have it in my collection. This is actually the second year we get Undertaker in a WrestleMania Heritage line. Last year was, I believe, his WrestleMania 7 match. I could be wrong. But I think I like this figure a little more, probably because it's a match I enjoyed and was able to see. Something I will say is that this soft goods jacket does wonders for the figure, because you actually get a full range of movement on his arms. You can get his arms moving up and down, side to side. You get an elbow bend. Something you can't do with a really hard plastics, and I'm just really glad they gave us a soft goods coat with Undertaker. Kind of looks strange from some angles, but once you mess with it enough, you'll be able to get it to the way you like, and if you're a collector like me, that's all you need. Get it the way you need it, and then putting him in your display. I picked my Undertaker up along with Brock Lesnar at Toys R Us for about $21.80, somewhere around that price range, which is what you're going to be paying for Elite figures at most retail. If you can find this Undertaker and you're an Undertaker fan like I am, or you just want an up-to-date figure, this is a figure to get. And like I said, this soft goods jacket does a lot of things right that those harder plastics don't. If you can find this Undertaker, I really do recommend you pick him up, especially for your Undertaker collection, or you just need an updated dead man to take that spot. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to leave a like, Tell me what you think of this figure. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think this is an improvement over all the other Undertaker figures? Let me know down in the comments. And like I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.